gave you a little feature of the place, didn't it? I gave you a little one before, but here it is. Underground car park. Ain't know where it is in the south. Yesterday came back, I used the front entrance I normally do sometimes, and there's a little kid sitting there about 11 years old, 12. It shouldn't be there, he knows. By the time I got down here, this light was on to show that somebody just left the back and they took the carton. They've been coming for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. Just about 2.5 weeks since I won the cases against the police and the so-called hand Harvard hand job givers. They're just using the children now. I've been here for about a year now. Actually, I was sleeping inside there. Barely 5'9". I was squashing in 6'4". And it was open for about 7 months. I was using it, but then I got caught out and they locked the door. But relatively, they leave me here. They got the council upstairs, Gemende. Got the I program here, one big blocks, a few quiet television studios are around there. Neglect to remember the name, but it's quite an industrial estate of, financial and offices and stuff like that. But then further side, going just as you reach the front of the main street highway, then there is a small residential bubble-like windows, buildings, and then to the right is a school, primary school, kids' school, and I believe a creche as well. And I pass there most of the time when the kids and such, and they see me, they're good kids. Everywhere I go, kids love me. I love kids. You don't have to have a kid to love a kid. You was once a kid yourself, and sometimes a little kid comes out, yay! When I see other kids, that's it. And these adults expect me to give them the no-hold-barred treatment of, hello, how are you? How are you doing? Mate, I just met you. Why should I greet you like a long-lost friend? Why should I greet you like I should greet my parents? Why should I greet you like I should greet a sibling? And why should I greet you like, what is wrong with that? With reservation? Hello? Yes, of course, nice to meet you. Not, go away, man, scumbags. And that's what the problem is. They're trying to amalgamate and merge. So we don't know what's going on from using the masculine to feminine interaction, and everything's all the same. Yeah, right, whatever. And this is where I cooch now and again. It's not forgotten. I haven't got the light on. Let me see if I got the light. Oh, there you go, better light. There you go, better light. I had to use some more clothing to put on the floors, insulation. I've got a plastic big punch on the ground floor. It's a bit colder, but it's okay. Still survived. The carton would have been better because that's the actual first line of insulation. And there you go, the car park where we at, trying to get it into focus. He didn't get into focus. This is automatic focus, but yeah. And there's the exit, yay! Hopefully to use it, never to come back. And this is the umbrella which I use as a form of guard and a shield, much more for outside when I'm outside and it's windy. Back against the walls, sort of thing like this, and then that uses that as a shield. They tie it together. But anyway, to the kids who are being used by their parents, to the parents who are using their kids, yay! I'm so happy. I wake up in the morning, I'm smiling. Of course, it's difficult for everybody, but for myself personally, I'm happy. But then when I think of those people who are suffering, who are in danger, who are being brutalized, who are being held captive, who are being tortured, who are being emotionally destroyed by the so-called entities who were put in the position of influence the so-called justice system, then that's where my sadness and my anger really comes in. But for myself, no, there's no such thing as feeling sadness, just happiness or anger. And unfortunately, the dominant is always happiness for myself. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, as they say here, goeiemorgen to the Moors, of course, first. That's where the word Moor comes from, and morning, and all the other amore. Yay!